Your account in Marvel Contest of Champions depends entirely upon the amount of time or the amount of money that you're willing to invest into it. Right? Right? I mean, at least that's what people would kind of lead you to believe, but is that necessarily true? Well, there's also fighting skill, and some people can at least agree that there is a big difference in fighting skill, but even sometimes people aren't even so willing to agree with that, thinking that players at a high level are kind of all the same. But that's not true at all. There's definitely a big difference in skill, and you could see that in something like Alliance War, or the amount of time that it takes to go through a path in Labyrinth, or the amount of times that somebody will die or have to use resources in there, or maybe getting through a challenge with some under-level champions. You could see this difference in fighting ability, right? It's very clear with the amount of people streaming and making YouTube videos. Something that is not necessarily so clear, and something that very few people kind of understand when it comes to this game, is that fighting is not the only part of this game that you can have some kind of skill in. The way that we manage our resources in this game is absolutely a skill, and it's a skill that we could all improve upon. I guarantee if you gave two players the exact same number of gold, catalyst, ISO, units, all that stuff, one of those two players is able to take those resources further and upgrade more champions and have a better overall count without spending any time fighting and without investing any additional money into the game. And the reason why something like this often gets overlooked is because people don't make highlight reels of how they're able to stretch their resources. People don't do live streams of managing all of the different things in their account, like signature stones and their ISO and gold and all that stuff. It's just kind of something that happens behind the scenes. But I'm going to let you guys in on the way that I'm looking to optimize all of my solo events for getting the most amount of Chaos Rift shards as possible, while also trying to manage my gold, because even though I have a decent supply of gold at the moment, it's one of those resources that if you're not watching at all times, it'll be gone before you know it. So you never sleep on the amount of resources for anything that you have, because this game can take them just like that. So today's objective is to level up a skill champion or two in order to take advantage of the double skill level up event that is going on right now. Now, I already kind of maxed out the skill advancement milestones, but if I rank up a skill champion, I could still hit the ranked rewards and probably get this top 10% with relative ease, as long as I'm just, setting my sights, setting my focus on the actual 22-hour level up event. The reason why I have points in the 7-hour event is not because I was leveling up champions, but because I was opening up crystals. You see, I don't have any skill ISO at the moment, and getting the right class type ISO is one of the best possible ways to save gold in this game. One of the most common mistakes I'm seeing with people who don't have a large amount of gold is they'll just feed their champions whatever ISO bricks they have available because they're in a rush to kind of just rank up that new champion that they got. But that is one of the fastest ways to make yourself go broke in this game. Selling ISO bricks, like if you duplicate a 4-star champion and you just take all that ISO that you get from it, that's 60,000 gold right there. Instead of throwing that into a champion where you're not getting the bonus amount, now this champion they're ranking up is costing additional gold versus saving you gold if you're using the right class type. So not only is it more expensive to rank these champions, but then you're missing out on having that advantage of having this leftover ISO that you can sell off. And the way to kind of manage that ISO too, so that you're never in a situation where you're kind of selling that ISO before you need to use it, is just don't open crystals. So it's a number of these little things that you can manage to, give yourself that little bit of extra supply of gold and make whatever gold you have last that much longer. Now, at the same time, I really don't want to. I still need ISO, and I don't want to open up more crystals that are going to give more points for the 7-hour event, because I need to save those crystals for the next 7-hour event. So what can I do? Well, there's one type of crystal that you can actually get skill ISO from that does not contribute towards those 7-hour events. And that crystal is the arena crystal, or uncollected arena crystal in my case. And I'm going to pop some of these open right now, just kind of hoping that I duplicate a 4-star Punisher. It's a little bit of a long shot. The odds to get 4-star Punisher in here are not that great. But you know, it's something that could happen, so I might as well take my chances with it right now. I'm just gonna open up about 40 of these things, and we'll kind of see what happens. Maybe I'll get the Punisher, maybe I will not. And let's see. Looking like all golden units. Oh, these energy refills are actually super rare. Wow, look at that. Yeah, only 0.35% chance. So that's cool. I'll take that. What the heck? It's got energy refills again? That's amazing. Okay, well, all right. Well, I didn't get Punisher, but I'm still pretty happy with this. That's kind of crazy, man. I don't know if I've ever seen the energy refills in these crystals, period, let alone getting 2 like this and only 40 crystals. So that's awesome. But okay, so I didn't get the skill ISO that I was looking for. I still can't rank up this skill champion. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to turn to my 4-star crystals here, and I am going to pop these things open kind of one at a time until I get a skill champion duplicate. This way I can get the ISO that I need to rank up these champions without contributing too many points towards that 7-hour soul event. Alright, so I missed on the first try here, got Howard the Duck. Alright, Howard, yep. Oh, cool, he was maxed out? I didn't even realize he was maxed out. That's awesome. So I've got some more, kind of the max signature ability crystal there to earn even more 5-star shards to further duplicate my champions more. Alright, Jane Foster, again, not a skill champion. What is she up to? She's up to 81 right now. Okay. Alright, hopefully I can get a skill out of one of these next 2 crystals, because again, I really don't want to be contributing more points than is necessary towards this event. And right now, each one of these is doing exactly that. Alright, Vulture. Really did not need to see a Vulture here, but okay. If I don't get a skill on this next one, I might just resort to using some of the generic ISO. Because I do have that to use too, but I was really hoping to get these ISO bricks. But at this point... Oh, never mind. There we go. Okay, finally got a skill champion right here with Gwenpool. Perfect. Alright, and that actually takes her to Sig 99. Awesome. Alright, cool. So now I've got all of those skill ISOs that I was hunting for. I was about to resort to my backup plan of using generics, but nope, we got the skills. Good. But now you can see that I gained additional points towards skill advancement that I really did not need. After leveling up a couple of skill champions to max out the 22-hour event, the skill advancement, it's going to be beyond what's necessary to gain the top 10% rewards. So those points are completely gone to waste. What I need to do better at going forward is when I'm getting low on ISO like this, I mean, it lasts for a month in your stash. When I'm getting low on ISO like this, I need to pop open my crystals during a different 7-hour event. This way, when level up comes around, I'll be ready to go, and I could just gain the points for skill advancement naturally through ranking up champions instead of, you know, opening up crystals like this. And will allow me to get more, allow me to max out some of the other solo events that I've been missing out on. Alright, let's go and level up a couple of skill champions, though. As for the skill champion that I want to rank up, there's no one too specific here. I kind of just want to keep ranking up champions to use in the arena to gain more points. So the only champion on the screen that is not ranked 2 or higher is this Thor Ragnarok. So he's going to get ranked up. But I just want to show you some of my other champions here as well. All of my 4 stars, they're already ranked up. Because of course these are the easiest materials to get just to take them to rank 3. You don't need any tier 4 basics, and it's only 1 Alpha Catalyst. And then actually I have a 3-star skill champion that's halfway leveled up from last time, where, you know, I only wanted to rank him up high enough to gain enough points, just barely to take me over the threshold to get the last milestone on the level up event. So I have this 3-star Thor Ragnarok that I can level up if I just need a few more points after ranking up one of my higher level champions. So I'm going to go back and rank up one of these 5 stars right now. Rank up Thor Ragnarok. Okay, he's ranked 2, and my ISO, I never swapped it out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to sell off all of these lesser ISOs. I'm going to save the, you know, the higher cosmic bricks here, just in case a cosmic event comes around next time. But we, you know, I don't want to use any of this stuff. It's going to be wasteful. You know, it's going to cost more gold. So let's go back to the inventory, go to the ISO, and I'm just going to sell off all this stuff. And actually, a better way to and make sure that you're not just selecting all and selling these big bricks like that, is you can actually sort it on this screen too. And I'm just going to sort tiers 1 through 3, select all, sell this stuff. This way I don't make any mistakes in what I'm selling. And I'm just going to go ahead and claim all of my skill stuff. I had a little bit of the low-level skill stuff left over, but it wasn't going to be enough to level my champs. So let's go ahead and claim the big bricks here. And I'm just going to kind of, rinse and repeat, grab that stuff and rank up my champions. So you guys don't need to see the rest of all that. But real quick, before I throw this guy to level 35, I did just want to kind of show you a little bit of a difference here. You feed one of these skill bricks to him, and my face is covering it a bit, but you can see the two numbers that matter the most. It's 5,321 gold, right? And he's like level 3.5 basically, right? If we deselect this, go down to one of these cosmic bricks, it's the exact same thing. I'll hide my face one more time, same amount of gold, but look at this. Now he's not even level 3. If we throw in like, let's say we put in 4 of these bricks, and he'd be level 7 for 21,000 gold. Well, let's throw in 4 of these skill bricks, and he's almost level 10 for the same amount of gold. So it does save a lot of gold in the long run if you're willing to take some of these additional steps. And again, you're saving gold 2 ways. You're saving gold because you're using less ISO, which of course in the long run is going to cost you less gold, but then you're also saving those other ISO bricks that you can then sell off. So it's 2 ways that you're going to be gaining additional gold from just matching up, doing something so simple as matching up the right ISO. Alright, as expected, that did not give me nearly enough to max out the level up event, but that's why I wanted to get so much skill ISO, is because now I need to go and level up a different skill champion. And I'm just going to go back to my 5-star skills and pick out one of these guys to take up to rank 3. And I think I'll go with Black Panther here just because he's awakened, so I might as well rank him up next. Why not, right? And of course the difference in gold matters that much more when you're doing this with a high level champion, like a high ranking 5-star or even those 6-star champions that take a ton of ISO just to get up to level 25. It's going to be so much more expensive if you're not using the right class type, and then you don't get to sell nearly as many ISO bricks. Man, I was so close to finish ranking him up with the skill ISO. In this case, it's close enough that that's fine. I'm not going to go back and pop any other crystals. I'm just going to, finish ranking him up with a little bit of generic ISO, but still, the amount of gold that I saved was pretty substantial, I'd say. And now checking back on the level up events, I'm not quite there to hit the final milestone in the 22-hour event. But that's alright. I'm already overboard on these skill advancements, so I'm not even going to worry about finishing up this level up event until maybe the next one comes around, and maybe it's one of the other class types and I could finish that up. Because even if I ranked up that little 3-star Thor Ragnarok that I have, it doesn't matter. This is definitely enough points to qualify for the top 10%, and I do not think that I'm in reach of getting the top 3. The top 10%, it changes all the time with these solo events, but typically somewhere in like the 80, 90,000 range or something like that, whereas top 3, you got to be like 160,000 or more or something like that, all depending on whoever's participating in that given event. So yeah, I've got top 10% locked in, and now I'll just wait to see if there's a different class that comes around. Now, all of these situations are going to be different, so this is something that's very difficult to make a guide about, but hopefully you guys can kind of see just how to stretch your resources that much further, because not only did I save gold by ranking up specific champions at a specific time, but through getting these milestones, you get additional resources like some of these tier 3 basic fragments that, maybe you'd have to be popping energy refills to do these quests in order to get the fragments versus spending that energy in the monthly event quests. So now you're getting, you're missing out on a few more units. Some of these gold milestones are not the biggest, but they definitely add up. all of the signature stones that you're getting, both from the signature stone crystals and just the amount of solo crystal shards that you can get to give you more signature stones to rank up your champions. That way, when you're opening up your crystals, you're duplicating your champions, getting them to max sig level faster, popping open the max signature ability crystals. You're able to open up more crystals, getting more ISO, and then continue kind of maximizing all of these different resources. Again, it's very tough to put into one specific guide, so hopefully this will just kind of open up the way that you think about it a little bit more. I mean, even these crystals here, even these tier 3 class catalyst fragment crystals, I have thousands of these things saved up, and these things, they'll actually sell for an okay amount of gold. You know, you sell a few of these cosmic catalysts, and the gold starts to add up. And yeah, you might think like, it's just 10,000 gold, and you get some fragments, big deal. But when you have thousands of these things just built up over time from trying to optimize these solo events, I mean, how much gold would you get from popping open all of these fragment crystals? Or I have some of the fully formed crystals here too. You get quite a bit. You get quite a bit. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that every little thing adds up in this game, and if you find yourself running out of certain resources, try to look at the game a little bit differently to see what you can optimize to further stretch what you have. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.